Hi, 12th standard student. We have seen an astrologer's day, the icebreaker, this activity we have seen. Now see the topic an astrologers. See R.K. Narayan, born 1906 and died 2001. Rusipuram Krishnaswamy Iyer. Narayan Swamy was one of the best known novelists among Indian English writers. He is the author of 14 novels, 5 volumes of short stories, and a number of trilogies, and has a collection of non-fiction to his credit. He also wrote his memoir My Dates in 1975. Narayan credited the imaginary town of Malgudi, where realistic characters in a typical Indian setting lived amid unpredictable events. His stories are grounded in compassionate humanism and elaborated the humor and energy of ordinary life. His stories are characterized by a simple style and subtle humor. Narayan was introduced to American readers in 1952 by the Michigan State University Press. This includes Swamy and Friends, The Bachelor of Arts in 1937, The Dark Room 1938, An Astrologer's Day, and Other Stories 1947, Mr. Sampath 1949, The Financial Expert 1954, Waiting for the Mahatma 1955, The Guide 1958, and many other books. His novel The Guide won him the Sahitya Akademi Award in 1961, the most coveted literary honor in India. His writing is distinguished by humor and unoffending irony, a unique Indianness and a simplicity which is utterly charming and authentic. Narayan typically portrays the peculiarities of human relationship and the ironies of Indian daily life. His life is graceful, marked by genial humor, elegance, and simplicity. See about the R.K. Narayan, about the writer, about the author. See this topic, an astrologer's day. This lesson or the topic is written by R.K. Narayan. The full name of the R.K. Narayan is Rasipuram Krishnaswamy Iyer Narayan Swamy. He was born in 1906 and he died in 2001. He was one of the best known novelists among Indian English writers. He has written 14 novels, 5 volumes of short stories, a collection of non-fiction, and a number of trilogies. He has written My Dates on his own experience in 19 75. He has created the imaginary town village of town or village of Malgudi, where realistic characters in a typically Indian setting lived amidst unpredictable events. We can see in his story there is kindness about humanism. Also, in his story, he celebrated the humor and energy of ordinary life. The characters of his stories are simple style and subtle humor we can see in his stories. R.K. Narayan was introduced to America or American readers in 1952 by the Michigan State University Press. See, he has also written many stories or the books. In that, Swami and Friends, The Bachelor of Arts, this story he has written in 1937. Then he has written The Dark Room in 1938, and Astrologer's Day and other stories he has written in 1947. Also, he has written Mr. Sampath in 1949. The Financial Expert, this is written in 1954. Waiting for the Mahatma, this book is written in 1955. The Guide, this is written in 1958, and many other books he has written. His novel, The Guide, for The Guide, he has got the Sahitya Akademi Awards in 1961 for his novel, The Guide. And the award he got in 1961, the most coveted literary honor in India. This award here, Sahitya Akademi Award, he got for the literary honor in India for his novel The Guide. His writing is distinguished by humor and unoffending irony. You can see in his writing there is the humor and unoffending irony, a unique Indianness and simplicity. Also, there is the Indianness we can see in his writing, and simplicity we can see in his writing also. Narayan typically portrays the peculiarities of human relationship and the ironies of Indian daily life. That means in his stories or in his writings we can see there is the human relationship, and also he has used ironies of Indian daily life. And we can see his style is graceful, marked by its genial humor, elegance and simplicity. In his writing there is the humor, elegance and simplicity you can see. Now see An Astrologer's Day. This first stanza, see, punctually at midday he opened his bag and spread out his professional equipments, which consisted of dozens cowrie shell, a square piece of cloth with obscure mystic character on it, a notebook, and a bundle of Palmyra writing. His forehead was resplendent with scared ash and vermilion, and his eyes sparkled with a sharp, abnormal glimpse, which was really an outcome of a continual searching look for customers, but which his simple clients took to be as prophetic light and felt comforted. The power of his eyes was considerably enhanced by their positions placed as they were between the painted forehead and the dark whiskers which screams down his cheeks. Even a half-wit's eyes would sparkle in such a setting. To crown the effect, he wore a saffron-colored turban around his head. This color scheme never failed. People were attracted to him as bees are attracted to cosmos or dahlia stalks. He sat under the boughs of a spreading tamarind tree, which flanked a path running through the town hall park. It was a remarkable place in many ways. See the explanation of that first stanza or first paragraph. See, an astrologer's day. Punctually at midday, he opened his bag. That means, as usual, on the time, at midday, an astrologer opened his bag and spread out. That means, take out his professional equipment. In his equipments, there are dozen quarries cell. Quarry means a sea animal, and there is also a square piece of cloth. On it there is a chart which is related to supernatural powers and difficult to understand. Such a charts we can see on his clothes. A notebook also there, a bundle of Palmyra writing is also there. On his forehead we can see there is a bright holy ash. If you have seen any astrologers on their head, there are those bright holy or sacred ash, the symbol of their, and red color, that is vermilions. We can see vermilion. See, there are vermilions or red colors on their head, and in his eyes we can see a sharp abnormal gleam which was really searching for customers, which his simple clients or the customers took to be prophetic slides and felt comforted. The power of an astrologer's eyes was increased or enhanced. That means increased due to their position placed as they were between the painted forehead and the dark whisker which comes down his cheeks, or which screamed down means came down on his cheek. Even half-wit's eyes would sparkle in such a setting. See, to crown the effect, he owned a saffron colored turbans around his head. That means for the effect he has used saffron colored, that means orange colored turban. Turban means, that is in Marathi, pagdi, used on his head for the effect. Then this color scheme never failed. That means this matching of the colors he never failed to use. Then people were attracted to him as bees are attracted to cosmos or dahlia stalk. That means the so many peoples were attracted to him like as bees are attracted to flowers or cosmos. The dahlia stalks, this is the kind of flower they are attracted, the peoples are attracted to that astrologers. Then he sat under the boughs of spreading spearmint tree which flanked a path running through the town hall park. He sat under the spearmint tree, and the trees has the long long and spreading boughs. The spearmint tree has long and spreading boughs, and where he sat there is the tree, spearmint tree, and also there is the path which running through the town hall park, and it was a remarkable place in many ways. That means it was a very important place in many ways.